What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be creating this unicorn poster for my 14-year-old daughter. I'm going to be starting it off in Illustrator, and if I decide to do any kind of effects, I'll bring it over into Photoshop. Before I get started, please remember to hit like and subscribe at the bottom, and also click the bell for notifications to be notified of all new content. Now, let's make a poster. So the last time I made a video, I learned that I should probably move myself over just a little bit, so that way you could actually see my layers panel and exactly what I'm doing in the bottom right hand corner. I don't think that this should cover up anything as far as what I'm doing, so let me know if this works. All right. So I was talking to my 14-year-old the other day, and she said, "Can you make me a poster?" And I said, "Yeah, sure. What do you want?" And she said, "Just something with a unicorn on it." And I said, "Okay, do you want there to be any text?" And she said, "Yeah, 100% unicorn." So I asked her if that was from anything that she claims that she made it up, but we'll see. All right, so the unicorn itself, I got this unicorn. This is an actual vector shape. So I have an idea of what I want to do with this. She loves unicorns and she loves rainbows. So I'm just going to put those two concepts together, and we'll make something really nice and colorful for her. So I've decided on doing a landscape version. I think it's going to work best for kind of the idea that I've got in mind. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first define my color palette, and what I want it to be. This is going to be a color palette against a white background, so I really want some nice vibrant colors here. I'm probably going to have to go in and adjust this green, make it a little bit more saturated. We'll just kind of bring it more, kind of make it almost like a Kelly type of green, but definitely more vibrant than the default green right here in Illustrator. And I think I may do the same thing with this purple right here. Just make it nice and colorful, like really fully saturated. Maybe not fully saturated, maybe somewhere around like this or something. Okay, so I think that works really well. And so this is the overall color palette, which I think will look just fine against a plain white background. And for what I'm doing, I'm probably not going to do any kind of effects. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a copy of this, put it over here on the left side of the artboard, just in case I need it at any point. I'm going to swap this over to stroke, and I think that I'm going to leave this at 1 point. I think that it should work really well with that, but we'll just kind of see. And if we need to thicken it up just a little bit, then we can easily do that. Sorry, these things are best really, really cold. It's the Kroger Mandarin Orange Sparkling Water. Very good stuff. I love it. I probably have way too many a day. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select the unicorn, and I'm going to go Object, Path, Offset Path. And I'm going to go negative 0.125, which is 1/8 of an inch in. And I think that I'm going to, let's just see what this looks like if we just keep repeating this over and over again. This is one of those things where it's one of my favorite features in Illustrator, but I do wish there were a keyboard shortcut for it. That would be very, very nice, Adobe. So we're just going to keep going in until basically we can't go in anymore. Just over and over and again. Now what you can do is you can create an action for this. However, each time you have to make sure that you've got your offset path amount exactly as you want it. So, but it would be nice if there were a keyboard shortcut for it. I know there's a keyboard shortcut for so many different things, so I know it's got to be hard to come up with ones. Okay. So we've got this going on. One thing I'm going to do here is to really soften this up because it is for a teenage girl. So I'm going to soften it up a little bit by just rounding those corners, and that already really makes a big difference right there. There's not any like sharp edges or anything like that. All right, so this right here is our inmost one, and let me see. Let me select all these real quick, and I'm going to ungroup everything. So that way I can actually count how many we've got going on here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so there are 13 of these individually. And the reason we need to know that is because we need to know what steps we're going to go between like blending these colors together. So from here to here, there's 13. So I'm going to blend this. and I'm going to do 11 because that's going to put 11 in between those two. And then Command Option B allows us to do our blending. So I'm going to grab all of these and hit expand and then ungroup. And since we have more colors here, since we have more lines here than we do actual colors, we need that spectrum to go from this color to this color while using 14 colors instead of 6. Hopefully that makes sense. Sometimes I can tend to ramble. So I'm going to grab 2 of these right here, and we need 14 colors total from 6 colors. Okay, so these 2, I'm gonna make this one right here, this red color, then the second one orange, then I'm gonna blend these 2 and get basically what we need to do is we need to get about one per set of 2 colors. So that way we get, a perfect blend of these colors going from one color to the next. So basically we're just getting the midpoint of these colors. Okay, so every other one will be the actual color that's in our palette. Oops. Okay, let's do this. Green, blue, and purple. And what I might do is I may actually just add one more color at the end. You know what? Let's do pink here. I think I'm just going to abandon that original concept of what I was going to do. So let's put in pink. She'll love that. Maybe like a hot pink, something like this. It's good. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we'll do kind of the same thing we were doing before, but I'm going to grab the midpoint between the rest of these 2 sets of colors. So here's our orange, and then here is our yellow. And now we're going to blend. So this part is just a little bit tedious, but really all we're doing, really all that we're trying to do is just get the midpoint between those 2 colors to fill in and make sure that we've got a nice gradual flow going. Oops. Should be able to expand. Good. And ungroup. And then we'll select this yellow and then this green. And there's not really anything to say that you have to do this, but I'm definitely I'm one of those people where I'm super technical, so I want the exact color between those 2 colors so I can blend these really well. Okay, and let's grab this one here. We'll just make this one this green, this one up here this blue, and then go in between those. And I think now that I think about it, I think we're going to have some left over, or at least we're going to have a couple of extras. But basically, this gives us the closest possible thing that we can do as far as colors to choose from here. Okay, swap that, fill in the stroke, good. All right, now grab this. Sorry if I'm not talking too much, I'm just really trying to concentrate. Okay, and why is that? That's interesting. It looks thicker than the other one. I think it might be. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter the thickness of the stroke here. What matters is the color between the 2. That's all I really care about. Okay. Ungroup. Okay. And just to avoid any mistakes, I'm just going to create 2 new ones here. We're going to go the halfway point between this pink and this purple right here. And actually, I think we have an extra set of ones anyway that'll be easier for us to get rid of, because we've got 14 total. Actually, we've got 16 here, but we've got 14 total lines to actually color. So once we get finished with this part of it, we will then really we'll be on our way because we'll have our defined colors, our colors. Okay, so now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And is that how many we had? I think it is actually. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Perfect. All right. So now all we have to do is just copy going from the outside. I believe we're going to go outside in. Let's see how it looks. And what's really cool about this is, you know, like all you have to do is select that entire, that whole thing of the offset path, and then it'll select all the ones that you need. I'm going to go into, let's see. Let's make sure I do this right because I don't want to mess it up. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Do we have a duplicate there? Yes, looks like we do. No big deal. We'll just make sure that we don't do that twice. And let's see. I think I'm going to go like this because we've got like an orange and then a red orange and then red. Okay. So I'm actually going to go to that halfway point there and then go to this orange. Good. And then I'll just grab these inner ones and also make that one red. Okay. There doesn't have to be too much science behind this. Okay, so in terms of what this needs to be, outer edge, we'll just make that the same one. And then we'll grab those two right there. Everything is good up here. We just got to work on that horn. No big deal. And it looks like we may be thickening up the line a little bit. I just want to see exactly where this is going to go, and then we can make that call. Okay, well, let's grab all the outer ones here, and so we can color them all at the same time. Oops. There we go. Accidentally hit the... accidentally started to scale them. I don't want to do that. Okay, she'll be very happy with that. So the outer edge of everything is pink and purple. And yep, we're good there. Let's round those off. For some reason that wasn't... Yeah, I thought I did that already, but I guess I didn't. Okay. I probably didn't select everything. Okay, so now here is our unicorn. And I think I'm going to select all of this, group it together. I want to see what it looks like in 2-point. I don't hate it, but it's a little... Is it a little too thick? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. And that way it just makes it easier to see. So let's grab all of it, group it together, and let's align it to the artboard. Just make sure that it is aligned to the artboard so it is dead center. And I think that 12 inches is good. This is actually on a document that's 24 by 18 inches. So I think that's good. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing with these concentric circles going from the middle out to the edge. And then in order to make sure that the unicorn is always on top, it's real easy actually. Just select all of this and make it a white fill color. Okay. And then I think what we'll do is we'll start at probably 2 inches. There's really no reason to go any smaller than that. So I'm going to copy and paste in front. That way I've got a second one right here, and we're just going to fill this up to the outer edges. I like that right there. So we're going 2-inch and then 29-inch. So I'm going to grab both of these and do a blend effect right here. And we'll just specify the same amount. let's see. Yeah, I think that's good. Oops, I accidentally did one. I need to do 13 total, so that way I can color these exactly how I want it to go. So I think this time I'm gonna go maybe inside out. Oh, and let's do this. Let's hold down Shift so we only pick up the stroke. That's weird. That should have happened. Oh wait, I have to have stroke selected first. That helps. Okay, I think I'm just gonna I think I may skip a few here just to make sure that I get all of the colors right here, because what I'd like is maybe for this these two outer edges to be this red color. So I'm gonna go ahead and define that. And then I'll just start going from outside and work my way in. Okay. And actually, I need to do this. Actually. Okay. Okay, is that good? Yeah. And now we'll go that brighter orange, getting closer to yellow. Basically, I just got to remember each time we're skipping over one. I think I'm going to do this. Go that blue right there. Yeah, good. And now this blue, and then go to this purple. That pink. And then it goes back to this. Okay, perfect. And then it ends with that straight up nice dark purple. So that's good. Okay. Looking good there. And I think now what we'll do is, let me grab all of this because I want to maybe set the unicorn up a little bit higher. Kind of like that. Because it's kind of like centering the eye in between these two lines. But it doesn't have to be directly center. It can be something, you know, kind of like that. It can set up a little bit higher. And then let's grab text, and let's not do that. Okay. We'll do 100% unicorn. Nice modern font. Maybe something like... that's right, I don't have Gotham on here. But I can use Montserrat. That's good. And then we'll just go Montserrat black. I really like that a lot. So what we'll do here is... I'm happy with the kerning on this. I hardly ever have to adjust the kerning for Montserrat. Let's go ahead and create outlines. Center it. Go all the way down to the bottom and bring it up by 1.5 inches. Looks good. And I think I'll set this to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 3 inches on each side. And then we will just kind of do the same thing that we did before. I'd like this for to be a fill of white. And then I think I may actually do a gradient on this stroke. So let's go all out with our gradient. Okay, so let's 4, 5, and then that one over there makes 6. Let's see, is it 20%? I think it's 20% to get it exactly perfect when you have 6 of them going across. Yeah, that's right. Okay. And right now this is showing it as a fill, but we're gonna do a stroke on it. I'm just using the fill so I can actually see so I can actually get an idea of what the gradient overall looks like. Okay. All right, let's swap it and then change that. Looks good. And then here, what we can do is we can also do offset. Let me go 1 point on the stroke and then align it to the inside and then offset path, and we'll do half that. And then we'll just keep doing it. I think that, well, let's see what it looks like if we go all the way in as far as we can. Okay, so that's what it looks like going all the way in. I actually kind of like it with just the two going in like that. That's really cool. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay, 100% unicorn, whatever that means. It may mean something, but if it does, I don't know. Okay, so let me grab these two, group them together, and then align those elements there to the inside. Okay, now let's take this into Photoshop, and really what I'm gonna do in here is just prepare it for printing in general. So I've got my no fill, no stroke rectangle added to the borders here. That way I can grab everything, copy and paste it, and set it to 100% size. So I'm gonna copy this and drop it into Photoshop. All right, so I'm here in Photoshop. I've got that copied to my clipboard. Now I'm gonna hit paste and paste a smart object. And this is actually going to paste it inside of your, basically inside of your canvas, inside the bounds of the canvas. So if you look up here at the top, this should say a percentage. Just type that, just type 100%. And here it is. And what I did was I built in a 1/4 inch for the bleed. So 1/8 of an inch on all sides, so that it prints all the way to the edge. And looking at this, I don't think I'm going to add any kind of effects whatsoever, because like basically any effects that I add is just gonna kind of take away from, you know, like from the brightness and the vibrancy of the colors that I'm going for here. So one thing I will do is when I get this printed off for her, I'll definitely print it on glossy paper. So here it is, my daughter's 100% unicorn poster that she requested, and I already know she's gonna love it. All right, well, thanks a lot for watching me make that poster for my daughter. I know that she's just gonna love it. Let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe at the bottom, and also click the bell for notifications to be notified of all future content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.